message to male voters, you're awful, you sexists. Watch.
Hillary Clinton is consistently treated differently than just about any other candidate I see out there. To the guys out there, I want to be honest. You know, there's a reason why we haven't had a woman president before.
I know there's a bunch of guys that are upset about having a woman president. They just don't want to fess up to it. Take it from me. You'll get used to it in a hurry. It'll be good.
The latest Fox News poll has Clinton's lead dwindling to about 2 points nationally ahead of Trump in a four-way race. Is this a contested election just because she's a woman? Here to debate it is David Webb, radio talk show host and Fox News contributor, and in Washington, D.C., Chuck Rocha. He's a Democratic strategist. Great to see you both. First to you, Chuck. So President Obama's been telling us for 8 years that if you disagree with this or that policy, you're probably a racist. Now they're telling us if you disagree with Hillary, you're probably a sexist. Does this work as a political matter?
Well, there's a few things that I know for a fact, but only a couple. One is that women are smarter than men, and more of them will show up to vote this election than others. It's a political strategy that they have to use, that we have to use, to try to get women to show up and vote for her, right? Because we haven't had any kind of a policy debate. So you use this because it's literally the most critical part of the electorate that has to show up outside of Philly and a few of the suburbs. Whether you love Donald Trump or you love Hillary Clinton, I'm not trying to sway you one way or the other. I'm like a baseball ump. I'm just telling you balls and strikes, and this is a strategy to try to win a general election.
No, that's exactly right. And the point, David, as Chuck just said, is we haven't had a real policy debate, and we don't have to have one as long as I believe that you're on the other side because you're basically a bad person. You're unreasonable, you're bigoted, you're sexist. That's what they're saying. I'm not even going to listen to you. You're evil.
Exactly, Tucker, and we've seen this play. This is the playbook from the Democrats. Your opponent's somewhere to run away from. After all, when Barack Obama beat Hillary Clinton in 2008, if you went against Obama and you were white, you were a racist. If you were black, you were an Uncle Tom or a House Negro. And now, according to Barack Obama, if you object to Hillary Clinton's policies, you're a sexist. This is that basic left approach that you have innate skills. You're either a racist, a sexist, you have some form of or ism, and you just don't know it. So let me tell you, as the lecturer-in-chief of the nation, what you are and why you need to correct it by doing exactly what I say. You know, Chuck's actually right about this, and this is why Americans are sick of the political class and the elitists telling us who and what we are. Americans have real issues they want to deal with, not politicians who are cynical and, frankly, insulting to the nation.
Well, and also divisive. I mean, so, Chuck, somebody's going to win in 3 days, and if it's Hillary Clinton, kind of weird that she's at this late stage attacking voters. I mean, it's one thing to attack your opponent or the party or the ideas, but to turn around at the country itself and say, you know what, there's something really wrong with you, that person's going to have a hard time uniting this country if she were to become president, no?
So Tucker, you know, I've run a lot of campaigns, and what happens and what's normally supposed to happen the last few days, because everybody's been early voting, is you're supposed to take a pivot from all of this nationalism and kind of rise above it to do your closing argument. You saw, and I heard you allude to it earlier, the 2-minute video about kind of rising above it, and Hillary had all of that laid out, but everything changed here in this election 5 days ago with all the stuff about the emails and about the FBI, and there's been a whole pivot, and now we are trying to actually turn out our base. You've seen the money start flowing to Michigan and Wisconsin, Democratic strongholds, because now we went from rise above it to down, and we need to get the base out to vote.
Right, but this is the cynicism that comes with this. And again, it's telling the American people, we need you to do exactly what we want because you're not capable of thinking for yourself. Frankly, I'm offended. I was offended in 2008 when those charges were made, and Americans should be offended now that the elitists have decided that whatever we tell you is how you act, and if you don't, you have something. Hillary Clinton said we were not only deplorable, we were irredeemable. How is she going to be president of a country that's full of a bunch of sexist irredeemables who didn't vote for her?
I'm going to heaven and you're not. David Webb, Chuck Rocha, great to see you both. Thanks a lot for that.
Congratulations, Tucker.
Thanks.
Congratulations, man.
Well, there's a new front in the war against the FBI. The mainstream media joins Team Clinton, they've been there for a while, saying the reason the FBI is investigating Hillary is that because most of the agents are, brace yourselves, Caucasian. Wow. Plus, early voting already underway in the battleground state of Florida. One group is not getting an early start. We have a live